want to talk about?
Wrestling. Wrestling is good.
Why do you do that?
Oh.
Why not?
It's fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcoming you to this week's episode of Spot Show Live Stream. Hopefully, y'all can hear me well. I think everything's working right. Anyway, yes, we made Thursday, Friday Eve. Hopefully, tomorrow goes smoothly. Have a nice trip home. Actually, got some snow up here in South Carolina. Was actually they called for it on Wednesday, but this morning while I went down to the lobby and was exiting out the hotel, I seen this white stuff all over the place, snow all over the place. I had this dumbfounded look on my face. The ladies at the desk were like making fun of me. It's like, look at the look on his face. It's like, yeah, because this was supposed to been here Wednesday, not today, or yesterday, not today. So that was kind of a shocking. But one of my sites I'm covering, they got some good work in. Got the pad on subgrade anyway. Oops, knocking crap all over the place. So yeah, that's pretty much how my week is. Cold. I do not like cold weather. I've said that plenty of times on this program or any of my live streams or videos talk about cold weather. That's not me. Sorry. Anyway, hopefully everybody's having a good week, staying safe, staying warm as well. Got a few things to talk about today. Let's see what we got. Going to talk a little bit about the WWE 2K25, the roster, because I'm pretty excited seeing that game come out. Even though, like I said before, didn't play this year's as much as I wanted to, and we're also going to talk about AEW Grand Slam Australia, that as well. So yeah, if you're entertained by what I talked about this evening, give me that thumbs up button. Also, this is live in a living color, baby. So I got a chat going on. So if you want to join me on the chat, give me your opinion on anything, talk about anything. Uh, After I get done babbling about the couple, is it one, two, three? Oh, yeah, about three little news stories. At the end of that, sometimes we ramble about, or I ramble about a lot of things. Sometimes not all about wrestling. So yeah, questions, whatever's on topic, off topic, or just be friendly and say hello, like Miss Brenda Watson. She gave me a blue alien wave. Joe King's in the house. What's happening, Joe? I'm freezing my tushy off. That's what I'm doing. And that sounded not so heterosexual. That's because I'm trying to trim down my cussing and my uhs. See, I just did it, not even thinking about it. I've no, especially okay. I think I brought this up. Was on the see, I just said fuck you. Yeah, I think I brought it up. Yeah, on last week's Wrestling Gold Friday night streaming live stream, where I went back and watched last week's spot show and was going to flip a little spot to send it to somebody. And, oh, like I told somebody, it sounded like a Jeff Jarrett 1986 interview with Lance Russell. But Lance, me and Billy Travis, we gave it our all against Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka and that little runt downtown Bruno. Uh, he stuck his nose in it, and next time he sticks his nose in it, Lance, I'm just gonna take this fist and put it upside his head. So yeah, if you go back to Memphis, 1986, Jeff Jarrett, it sounded almost like that. He got better. Hopefully, I can get better. Not say a lot. Hello, Karen Poole. So yes, like I said. Also, if you're not joining me live, you can watch this anytime you want to. It's available on YouTube. Just click on it, watch away. There's a comment section. Leave me a comment, question, your opinion, or just be friendly like these folks and say hello. That's all cool with me. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Maybe one of these days I can get on that monetized list because I got well, two really, but one kind of involves me. I promised Karen Poole a Nintendo Retro System. I promised Joe King a PS5. So I need to start making some money here. Only kidding. This is actually pretty fun. It's actually relaxing. Let's see here. What else can I babble about for a few minutes? I guess let's talk about some wrestling. Let's talk about WWE 2K25. The roster has been released. Let's get right into it. Of course, you got the three covers. You got the WWE 2K25 Standard Edition, which is just Roman looking all Roman like, getting ready to throw that Superman punch, I do believe. I guess that's his superhero pose. It's Roman Reigns tribal chief pose. And it's like I said, standard WWE 2K25 delivers all the authenticity and action that players love with new mechanics, more superstars, and game changing upgrades. Then you got the WWE 2K25 Dead Man Edition. The Dead Man cometh, celebrate Undertaker's story dominance with up to 7 days early access, bonus characters, and more. Then we have the WWE 2K25 Bloodline Edition. Join Paul Heyman in celebrating the Bloodline's dynasty. Sit at the head of the table with up to 7 days early access, more bonus characters, cosmetics to use on the island for Xbox Series X, X5, I think, XS, and PS5, and much more. So it all depends on how much money you want to spend. Let's see. Don't give the price. I guess I gotta do it that way. Come on, give me a price, assholes. Um, what did I push? I just want a price, people. Give me a price. Give me a price, you mother. Oh, wow. Standard edition is $69.99. Dead Man edition will be $99.99. And let me guess, the Bloodline Edition is $125.99. All right, am I wrong? Price is I was close. $129.99. So 130, 170 bucks. Depends on all what you want to spend. Me, I haven't decided yet. Depends. But yes, so far it looks like a pretty good game. Not sure what kind of if any, updates are on there. Yeah, I think they did. I think I watched something. I did watch something. They mentioned the hair dynamics, and it's usually somewhat a little more detailed about stuff. Like I said, I would love to get a PS5, but that's so you had to have the PS. Okay, yeah, the other two editions you gotta have the PS5 edition. Oh, okay, okay. So, if you got a PS4 like me, then you don't get the island version. So, can you still get the? Okay, so from just looking at this, so basically, if you want to spend either 70 or $100 if you have PS4. Yes, so PS4, you have no relevance at all because you're outdated. You're outdated. Wish they have come down in price. I haven't looked on. I haven't looked on Facebook Marketplace yet. I did look at one. Well, it came up on my Facebook wall. Somebody was selling a bunch of stuff, and one of the things that were advertised was a PS5. So I looked it up. I did the usual thing. This was when I was back, actually in the summertime. I was in Lake Park, so I wasn't close on, nowhere near close to home. And I did the usual thing. It's like, yeah, I'm interested. Let me know if you sell it or not. If it's still available come Friday, then yeah, the island. The, from what I've seen of that, it looked really good. So anyway, I told the person like I usually tell people I'm interested in buying stuff on Marketplace, and I'm out of town. I say, look, I won't be back in town till Friday. Come Friday evening, if you ain't sold it yet, hit me up. Instead of saying okay and moving on, they wanted me to send them money through Cash App, whatever. What's the thing? Cash. What's that little thing you send cash? Is it Cash App or whatever? I have it, and mine don't work anyway, so it wouldn't do me any good whatsoever. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go ahead and send you money and maybe not get it. I stuff like that where they're telling me to send money, I'm very wary of. Then I kind of like looked at everything. It's like, okay, this is a scam because I looked at the rest of the list and they kind of explained it's like, yeah, all this stuff was like my grandpa's house and we're trying to get rid of it. And it looked like almost a brand new washer and dryer, some tools, stuff like that. And I'm like, something's fishy here. I don't like it. So I ended the chat, blocked chat or block the DMs. I think I got rid of the person. I might. I probably didn't. Probably not that day. I think maybe a week or two when, or I actually it was like a month later where the post came back up on my wall. That was posted like within 5 minutes or something like that, and I was like, nope, not doing this. But anyway, let's get to the roster. Let me float around my. Looks like a pretty deep roster, especially if you like Samoans. Right off the bat, here we got Wild Samoan Alpha, got AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa. Unfortunately, somebody did predict that he was going to win the Royal Rumble, but he didn't. I was rooting for him, but it would have been interesting. Yeah, it would have been interesting nevertheless. Remember all the, well, it's mostly the internet wrestling community. Maybe some bots and whatnot, or giving a little, putting a little shade on Jay Uso, but he gets out in the crowd and everybody's yeeting away. Alba Fire, who was recently released, so at least she gets a video game bonus check. Landra Blaze, Medusa Michele, whatever you want to call her. Ducey, as Rick Rude would call her. Andrade, the former Mr. Charlotte Flair. Yes, don't know if I did talk about this. Apparently, him and Charlotte Flair are divorced. But like I said a bunch of times, they're like the Zach and Kelly of wrestling. They break up, they get back together, break up again, get back together, in and out. Okay, that's him. Andre Chase from Chase U. Andre the Giant. Yeah, damn scammers. But they didn't scam me. That's all that matters. Angel. I do believe he's part of the. I can't remember the name. The other Latino, kind of the heel Latino World Order, but I can't remember their names. Angelo Dawkins, or as some people call him, Marty Dawkins, or Angelo Giannetti, part of the Street Profits, the better version of the Street or the Private Party. Private Party was a bad copy. Apollo Cruz, he's on the list. He's taking care of an injury right now. Ashante the Adonis, NXT guy. Don't hear a lot from him, but very little I heard. Seems like a promising kid. Asuka. You're not ready for Asuka. Nobody's ready for Asuka. Austin Theory. Him and his partner just came over from SmackDown to Raw. Very good tag team, I think, in my opinion. A-Town Down Under. Axiom, former co-holder of the NXT Tag Team Championship. Bautista, or Batista. Makes you wonder, will he be nominated in the Hall of Fame this year, or are they going to wait till next year since Triple H might be the main event of that situation? Bailey. Everybody loves Bailey. The Man, Becky Lynch. Bertel. B-Fab. Bianca Belair. Big E. Poor Big E. Don't think he'd be making. making a comeback. What do you folks think? Superstar Billy Graham, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. Boogeyman. Okay, I'm trying to think here. He wasn't on last year's game, was he? But it seems like just about maybe every couple of years they have him off, but they bring him back. Mm, or you can at least create him. I could do without Boogeyman. Like I said, all of his creative stuff. So, or you can always create the guy. The motions, everything is always in the selection for creative wrestler. So, not sure why they put him in here. Booker T, sucker. Hogan, we're coming after Ron Strowman, the monster among men, the monsters among monsters, whatever he calls himself now. Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. Bret the Hitman Hart. Like Steve Austin said one time, put an S in front of the H for Hitman. That's what Stone Cold thinks of Bret Hart. God, that was so awesome. That just a precursor of Stone Cold becoming Stone Cold was a thing of beauty. The British Bulldog, Davy Boy Smith. We have the Dynamite Kid. We should see. Braun Breaker, future world champion. I don't care what anybody says. That dude's a beast. And apparently, Scott Steiner's son is getting ready to maybe has he signed a developmental deal yet? Is he going to be part of that? What do they call it? Mm, the next one up or something like that. I forgot what they call it. Bronson Reed, Brooks Jensen, otherwise known as Bo Buchanan. This is Bull Buchanan's son here. Seen him in Independence in Georgia. Pretty good wrestler. I haven't seen much of him in NXT. That's because I don't watch much NXT. I'm sorry. I need to start doing that. Let's go into that this Tuesday, but so exhausted. Bruno Sammartino, Hall of Famer, a longtime WWF champion. I would say if you was going to have just popping in my head if I was going to say anything. If you were going to do just a WWFE Mount Rushmore, I say Bruno, Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin. Hmm. See, that last one's always hard. I'll say John Cena, but a just a just to mention The Rock. You can switch John Cena and The Rock. I think as far as the WWFE Mount Rushmore, because Bruno, very popular champion, sold out the Madison Square Garden tons of times, drew big money for Vince McMahon Sr. Nothing. Hmm, don't mean to throw any shade to Billy Graham or Bob Backlund, but I don't think this seems to me, from what I read, they did, or Billy Graham probably could have been that next champion that was a big draw, but WWF was a babyface territory. So instead of turning Billy Graham babyface, they gave the title to Bob Backlund. So I don't include Backlund or Billy Graham into that, but the guy who took it to the next level, despite what you think about the guy, Hulk Hogan, he needs to be there. He was a next superstar who drew nothing but money when he was on top. And of course, the next person who was a big money draw after that was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And sometimes I still got the same opinion. Guess see. This is where I kind of ramble on about stuff. The thing about the John Cena era to me, I don't think John Cena was the draw. The package, the WWF or WWE brand was the draw. Cena was just the face of the company at the time. I'm gonna get that's my hot take. Might get hate for that. But I think it was more about the WWE brand that was a draw, not an individual talent. That's the reason you kind of either put the Rock in there, but at the same breath, you could probably interchange maybe. I know I kind of backing up my words too. Now I'm kind of thinking about it. Maybe Billy Graham, even though it's a short time, and unfortunately, they was kind of sticking to their guns, wanted a babyface champion. That's what they got, and Bob Backlund. Yeah, that's the reason I don't want to put the Rock in there because his run wasn't that long, and it was the Rock in Austin. So, like I've had conversations before, it's don't mean to digress to anything else, but you always have that everyday man, kind of blue collar guy, babyface, always over. Then you have the prima donna heel. Bruno, he had that short. He pretty much beat Buddy Rogers, the original Nature Boy, in quick fashion to be the WWF champion. But Bruno just slayed all the heels. Dusty, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, was the common man, like he said, common man. He drew big money with Ric Flair because that dynamic, the everyday guy, the everyday guy, prima donna, once they clash, and it's relatable. Who wouldn't want to slap some rich prick prima donna? And that's what you got with Austin and Rock. Austin was the modern day Dusty Rhodes, except for didn't act like Dusty. Stone Cold was Stone Cold, but he was an everyday blue collar guy. That's about the only similarities. And The Rock being what he became to be, Mr. Hollywood, $800 shirts, $1,200 pants. Wasn't wearing the suits, but that dynamic got over. And plus, he was part of the package with corporation, Vince McMahon. It was Vince McMahon versus Austin. That was the big feud at the time. But so that's like I said, that's the reason I kind of don't put Rock up there. And I'm kind of hesitant to put Cena up there because I think by that time it was. I mean, you'd have to put Cena there because he was the constant guy. Yes, he had a great um, roster of people he faced: Edge, Randy Orton, Batista, name them. From that time, they were there. Uh, but I think it was more at by that time the WWE brand was the selling point. Now, I'm not saying you could put anybody in there and it would have still drew money, but I think it was more the WWE brand. But like I said, Cena was the poster child for it, so you gotta put that last person to draw the money like they did at the time to John Cena. All right, let's continue on the list. Now I'll babble about my, in case you want to know my, WWF Mount Rushmore and why I consider these four individuals to draw, or why they should be on there. Now you know why. All right, let's keep going here. See what you did, Bruno. Brutus Creed and his brother is on here too, but they on the website they put all these people in alphabetical order. So Brutus Creed is first. I think him and his brother pretty good tag team. Speaking of pretty good tag teams, Bubba Ray Dudley, Cactus Jack. I'm going to in a minute. I'm going to kind of rant about this. Candice LeRae, Carlito. Heard a kind of a snippet of an interview he gave. He's somebody asked him, like, of all these moves you did on your first run, what of these moves can you do now? Carlito's like none of them. He's gotten a little bigger. He's a little older now. He's like the injuries and stuff like that. Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Channing Stax Lorenzo. Haven't seen any of him, so like I said, I need to buckle down one day. Maybe next, if anybody's interested, let me know. Next Tuesday, I'll just do one of those live watch alongs and watch NXT. Charlie Dempsey, Charlotte Flair, the Queen. Again, if you, okay, I get it. She seems to be always on top, but she is the measuring stick. She is the queen. Chelsea Green, China, CM Punk, the Punkster, boys and girls. He is going to be in that 2K25. So what you going to do when the Punkster runs wild on you? The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Cora Jade, Cruz del Toro. He's part of LW, I believe. Yeah. Dakota Kai, member of Damage Control. I was about to say Damage Inc., but it's Damage Control. Damian Priest. D. Me. Diamond Dallas Page. Diesel. He's going to be part of that Cactus Jack brand. Going to Clown. I wonder if this is the Matt Bourne or Phil Apollo or Steve Kern version. Dominic Mysterio. Dragon Lee. Drew McIntyre. Do you want me to do that rant right now, or do you want me to wait till I get to Kevin Nash? Duke Hudson, I do believe he's on the future endeavors list, but hey, good for him. He gets himself a video game bonus check. The American Dream, baby. Dusty Rhodes. Devon Dudley, Eddie Guerrero, Eddie Thorpe, Electra Lopez. Was she also on the future endeavors list too. Elton Prince, Eric Bischoff. See, that's why he knocks AEW. He wants a video game paycheck. Just some of the stuff Eric says about AEW, I kind of agree with. Eric, the War Raider, Ethan Page, Eve Torres, one of the she was a star in the Divas era of the WWE. Damn, Farouk, Colin Henley, Batu, the Head Shrinker, Ben Bala, George the Animal Steel, Gigi Dolan, Giovanna Giovanni Giovanni Vinci. I can fucking spit it out. Hey, you get a little video game check. Go along with your 90-day paycheck. Grayson Walla, the other half of A Town Down Under. I wish that tag team was featured more because they are freaking hilarious. Gunther, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Notice they WWE, they say heavyweight champion. Haku, just a bad, bad man. Don't mess with him. Another bad, bad man. Harley Race. The greatest wrestler on God's green earth. The Honky Tonk Man. The greatest, well, I guess the former greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. That is Gunther now. He held it for more days. Hulk Hogan, brother. So now you can play this game, brother. And the Hulkster go and kiss the Punkster. Ilya Dragunov. Tama. So you got the Islanders. Didn't we talk about or did not talk about the Islanders a few weeks ago, or just mention them? How they're kind of an underrated tag team. Also, need to do a video of this too, or maybe talk about one time. Best wrestling movies. Body Slam, kind of cheesy, but freaking great. Love it. Ivar, the other War Raider. Ivy Nile, Io Sky, one of my favorite female competitors out there. Jacob Fatu, another bad, bad man. This is 2K24 or 25. Notice they didn't have the Islanders on oops, wrong button. On 2K25. Yeah, you're gonna have some people still on there. JC Jane, Jay Carhill. Uh, wasn't she on the expansion pack on 2K24? Jada Parker, Jakara Jackson, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jamal, JBL, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, Jay Uso, Jim the Anvil Neihart, Jimmy Uso, Joaquin Wild. I didn't know he was gosh, I can't remember. He was that guy in TNA. DJ whatever. Never mind. Joe Coffey, Johnny Gargano, Josh Briggs, Julius Creed, the brother of Brutus Creed, of course. Kyrie Sane, Kane, Carl Anderson, again, future endeavors, getting a bonus check. Karrion Cross, Katana Chance, Hayden Carter, Jelani Jordan, Ken Shamrock. Uh, kind of got almost through to something that well, I didn't really get that pissed. I was cussing Michael Cole out Monday during the Ivy Nile Dakota Kai match. Michael Cole's like, yeah, Ivy Nile, she learned this from Chad Gable, the ankle lock. Before Chad Gable, this move was made famous by Kurt Angle. And I was like, okay, keep going. And for whatever reason, he didn't keep going. But boys and girls, before Kurt Angle was doing the ankle lock, do you believe Ken Shamrock? For me, anyway, the first person I seen doing the ankle lock was Ken Shamrock. So, and he was doing it for a finisher, making people tap out. So, in my opinion, I think from what I know, he's the one who made it famous, not Kurt Angle. Kevin Nash. Okay, let's go on with this rant. Why do we need 2 or 3 different versions of the same people? They're gonna have the same move. I mean, I don't know if any of you folks remember the N64 games where I think if you pick uh, Lex Luger would be in his black panties or red panties, or there'll be like 3 or 4 different ones. But one of them would have been the USA patriotic gear he wore in the WWF at the time. You didn't need 3 or 4. It was like you pick, or you can highlight Lex Luger and you get 4 different ones. Not okay. Here we got earlier Diesel. Now we're gonna have a Kevin Nash. They're the same freaking people. Just have one block there. One of them have the Diesel gear. The other one have the NWO Kevin Nash or the whatever 3 or 4 different gears. Same thing I was gonna mention about Cactus Jack. You're gonna have Cactus Jack, Do Love, Thank You. I'm guessing we're gonna have Mankind. So why we need 3 different versions, 2 or 3 different versions of the same freaking person? Just have that person, the gear, whatever, and move on. That's my little rant. And let's take away a slot from another person. I think you could put another legend on there, or another NXT member, or whoever. Don't need 2 different Kevin Nashes. Kevin Nash is Diesel. Diesel's sorry if nobody didn't know this. Ain't like he wore a mask or anything. Yes, Diesel was Kevin Nash. Mick Foley was Cactus Jack and Do Love. Okay, I get it. Mankind, he wore the mask. You can't tell who it was. Anyway, Kevin Owens, Kiana James, Kit Wilson, and same here. I wish they just labeled the tag teams together. Kofi Kingston, Kurt Angle. There he is. So we got. See, you have a 3-way match now. Who the only way you win is whoever slept on the ankle lock, or the only way person to win makes somebody tap out to the ankle lock. Was that yep agreeing with my little rant? Because I think I've even mentioned that to you guys. Well, I think we mentioned it to each other. We don't understand why they freaking do that. Anyway, L.A. Night. Yeah. So I wonder if they have if they do have a TNA DLC, will they have Eli Drake? That would totally suck if they do. I think. I mean, Again, boys and girls, Eli Drake and LA Knight, same person. Lash Legend, got to see her in the Royal Rumble. There we go. There's Lex Luger, made in the USA, the total package. Lex Luger. Lexus King, that's somebody who was in last year's game. Of course, that's Brian Pillman's kid. Lita, Liv Morgan, Logan Paul, Lola Vice, Ludwig Kaiser, Luke Gallows, Lyra Valkyria, your WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, even though is she even been in that championship yet? Mankind, there he is. See? Oh my gosh. Is Mankind and Cactus Chat the same person? Oh my gosh. I mean, yes, it was funny in that one Royal Rumble where Mankind came out and got eliminated. Dude Love came out, got eliminated, and Cactus Chat came in and got whatever. Mark Kofi, Maurice, Maxine Dupree, Michelle McCool, going in the Hall of Fame, in case y'all didn't know. The second inductee of the class of 2025. Molly Holly, good golly, Miss Molly Holly. Montez Ford, talented dude. I don't know why they haven't gave him a singles push yet, or at least tried him as a singles. I almost think that window is closing. You should have done that. What was it, last year's elimination chamber, or year before last elimination chamber? But yeah, I think that window, that doors, that went, or whatever you call it, is slowly closing on cashing in on a Montez Ford singles run. Mosh, we got the headbangers on this game? Mr. Perfect, Naomi, Natalia, Nathan Frazier, Nia Jax, Nikita Lyons, Noam Daw. Gosh, that dude's just stuck in NXT, ain't he? He's like the Crash Davis of the wrestling world. Obafema, Omos, Oro Mensa. I probably fucked that name up. Otis. There we go. Give me a simple name. Otis. Pat McAfee. Why the fuck we gotta have Pat McAfee? Really? Really? We would really need a Pat McAfee. I'll answer that question. Nay. But, oh well. Pete Dunne. Peter Maivia. So yeah, we're getting all the whole Samoan bloodline here. Piper Niven. Randy Orton. The Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. The cream of the crop. Yeah. Raquel Rodriguez. Razor Ramon. Let me guess. Bet you Scott Hall. I was willing to bet Scott Hall's on this roster too. Rey Mysterio. Mommy Rhea Ripley. Ravishing Rick Rude. Rick Steiner. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ridge Holland. Rikishi. Okay, we got Rikishi and Shrinker Fatu. Rob Van Dam, Roddy Piper. Oops. Roman Reigns, of course, the cover boy. Rosie. Roxanne Perez. R-Truth. Sami Zayn. Samu. So we got both head shrinkers and both Islanders. Or as I like to call the head shrinkers, the Samoan SWAT team. As yeah. Speaking of bad name changes, I hate this bad name change. I wish that it's kept them as the Samoan SWAT team, but I guess that wasn't so family friendly, kid friendly. Santos Escobar. Scarlett. Gee, Scarlett, you're almost out of uniform. Lo and behold, there's Scott. Okay, is that really Scott Hall or is that the Rick Titan Scott Hall? Just kidding. Or no, was that the Rick Titan Razor Ramon? Anyway, yes, boys and girls, Razor Ramon and Scott Hall are the same fucking person. Scott Steiner, Steve Austin, Sensational Sherry, Seth freaking Rollins, Shawn Michaels. Come on. No Marty Jannetty. We need the rockers on the game. Gosh, Marty needs a payday. Anybody watch this Dark Side of the Ring? Poor guy needs a payday. Put Marty in the game. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, and the as the Midnight Rockers or Rockers. Yes, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Shawn Spears, Shayna Baszler, bad woman. Sheamus, Shinsuke, knock your head off. Shotzi, Sika, Sol Ruga. Isn't she somebody's daughter or there was some kind of big deal about her, isn't there? I can't remember what it is. Solo Sokoa, Sonya Deville, poor lady. Supposedly there was in contract negotiations when she got released. So there's might be a good chance she comes back. Stacy Keebler, 6. Tamatanga, Tamina, Tatum Paxley, Drunk Terry Funk. Good old Terry Funk, the Funkster. So you have a 3-way match now. You got the Funkster against the Hulkster against the Funkster. Ah, awesome. Freaking awesome. The Great Muda. The Hurricane. The Iron Sheiky baby. Sheiky baby. You play as a sheik, baby. And have him fight the Hulk Hogan. And make him bend him over. And put him in the camel clutch and humble him. The Miz. The Rock. The Sandman. So no Tommy Dreamer or anything? No Sabu? No Sabu, no Tommy Dreamer. Well, I don't know. We'll Thea Hale? Hale is Thea. Thrasher, okay, so we got the headbangers. We got headbangers, but no rockers. No rock and roll express. That will be an interesting 3-way tag team match there. Headbangers against the rockers versus rock and roll express. Tippy Time, Tippy Stratton, Tomasa Chamba, Tongaloa, Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm old. No, I don't watch NXT, but why is the crowd okay? If he's a babyface, he's mounted comeback, and people chant, "Whoop that trick, whoop that trick." I thought you loved the guy. Why do you want Trick to be whooped? Anyway, like I said, I'm old. I have no idea what's freaking hip. Triple H. I come down and have a John Paul Levesque or Terrorizing. Just kidding. Trish the Dish Stratus. Tyler Masturbate. Tyler Breeze. Is he back in NXT? I thought he was long gone. The Ultimate Warrior. Manga. The Undertaker. Big Van Vader. Valhalla. Wade Barrett. Wendy Chu. Wesley. William Regal, and if you pre-order, you get the. Bring up my notes here. You get the Wyatt Six, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, and of course Uncle Howdy. There are also some non-playable managers on this in the game. Ava, Adam Pierce, Alpha, Armando, Alejandro Estrada, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Brother Love, Captain Lou Albano, that's pretty cool. Kathy Kelly, Jimmy Hart, Mick Foley, Miss Elizabeth, Mr. Fuji, Nick Aldis, Paul Bearer, Paul Ellering, Paul Heyman. Okay, you got Paul Ellering but no Road Warriors. That might be an expansion pack, I guess. Because I could swear in a preview I did see one of the Road Warriors on there. Anyway, Stephanie McMahon and player Teddy Long. I think that's it. Oh, X Pac. Really? Really? Xavier Woods and Yokozuna. Oops. And is Zelina Vega. Is that the last one? Zoe Stark. And that's the last one. Zoe Stark. Another one of my favorites I like to watch. So, yes, kind of the who's who on the main rosters currently on SmackDown Raw and those on NXT. I don't remember if Brooks Jensen was on there. He might have been on there. But yes, if you remember Bull Buchanan, that's his son, Bo Buchanan. He's got another son that wrestles now too. So look for that. So yeah, uh, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I wish I had a PS5. I'll I'll look around on Facebook Marketplace, see if I can find one. But things have changed so much. I don't even think you can find a used one on. Well, I don't think you can find a decent price. Ain't like the good old days where it's somebody who's like, okay, I'm not playing this, so I'll sell it for cheap just to get some money out of it. Even if they in that scenario, they want like full price as if it's brand new, or maybe like no more than $50 off. But yeah, kind of like I said, I wish they had. I think it'd be cool to have if they had the rockers on there. Uh, Rock and Roll Express, they've been in games before, so it's not that big a deal. They're not in it. And of course, I guess they were like, no, we're not gonna put them in our game. Give them a bonus check. They've been making appearances for AEW. Let's see. I know they got like a legacy section of the Hall of Fame. And what was it last year, year before last? They put Bruiser Brody in there, so I'm not sure why they don't put Bruiser Brody in the game. That'd be cool. What would be nice? I wish they did this too. I wish they would do like a Legends game, nothing but Legends. I think that'd be cool. The last or what was it, Legends of Wrestling Showdown? That game was pretty cool. Well, okay, the play was awful. The only thing cool about that game was the people they had and the old arenas like the Omni, Madison Square Garden, Tokyo Dome, and they actually made it look like the Tokyo Dome, made it look like the Omni, made it look like um Yeah, made it look like the Omni, made it look like Madison Square Garden. So that was, I thought, was pretty cool about that game. Everything else about Legends of Wrestling's Showdown, play was horrible. Some of the graphics look good, but the play was just horrible. The people that had was pretty cool, but this was Acclaim who did it, and at this point, Acclaim was making even crappier games. I still ain't heard from that other what's it, the Wrestling Code or something like that. I have not heard not one thing about them in forever. Me, come on, you know how to spell. So I think the last bit of news was probably that's April last year. Yeah, yeah, it was August of last year. So it's not sure if the game's going to come out ever. Now, if it does come out, it's one of those deals now. At this point, is if it comes out, say if it don't come out now, don't come out till last year or next year, and it's great. You know, it's well worth it. But if it came out and it sucks, it's like, okay, why'd y'all hype this? I took this on to make this crap. Kind of like the AEW Fight Forever. Yeah, the last I've heard of it was, like I said, I just Googled it. Last bit of news is from August of last year. And basically, the headline was Wrestling Co. Major Update shows wrestling gameplay. So, so you never just see like a trailer or anything for it? The trailer always looked awesome. Let's see if I can. So somebody talked about it 2 months ago. Let's see first. Okay, okay. Here's the. I don't know if it's the official trailer. Okay, here. That's not the official trailer there. Mm. Official. Official. Hold on, please. Sorry. Where's the other one? Here's like a. Hold on a second. Post this. Let me do a little editing. Oh, button. Oh, button. Now this was from. It's been a while back. This is 4 years ago. This is what they put out 4 years ago. Now, last thing they put out was, I think, a few months ago. This was the name reveal. Uh-oh. Sorry, I had to cut the music off just in case I get copyrighted. So, like I said, this was from 4 years ago. This is the roster they kind of picked up for this. Not sure if they use half these people now since they're either AEW or being used in WWE games. Let's see if I can find. This is from 3 years ago as well. Yeah, I gotta shut the volume down because of the whole copyright thing. Yeah, this is supposed to be Scott Steiner in the Wrestling Code game. everything I've kind of seen in it, everything looked pretty good. But it used to be like advertised like almost daily for a while there, but nothing's nobody really speaks of it yet. But I'll do a little more digging into it. Probably share some more videos. Maybe either tomorrow or next week. But so far, great roster. Graphics look pretty decent. So far. But it's all about that gameplay. But I'll dabble in this. I'll have to give myself a little reminder note. Talk more about this next week. 'Cause, man, we spent a lot of time just on talking about that. Quickly here, go ahead and talk about AEW's Grand Slam Australia. Apparently, they had. I don't know if WWE does this also on their when they go overseas. Apparently, AEW didn't bring their own ring, so they rented a ring from an independent wrestling company in Australia. Um, and I mean, I can see them using an Australia company to build a set for them. Maybe I don't know, but I'm guessing they might have shipped the set to Australia, then have them build it. I guess, but their ring was like a lot smaller and seemed a little. I think Buddy Matthews complained about it. So definitely, their ring wasn't definitely as good as their usual ring. Also, instead of the big steel steps, it was like a steps for the ring. But either way, had some okay stuff on it. First match on it was Will Ospreay Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega versus Don Callis family members, Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Tashida. But of course, Mark Davis was with him. Um, of course, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega is going to won this one. Damn, they didn't even let Kyle Fletcher get a victory in his home country. Jeez. Next up, we had Mercedes Monet defeated Holly Cameron. Now, this is one of those. When I seen the promo week for last where Holly had the puppet and everything, I was like, okay, this can be entertaining. They can go somewhere with this. Let them slow, let Holly Cameron pick up some wins, then go up against Mercedes Monet. She had the underdog. People get behind her, and who could have made at least let Mercedes Monet cheat to win. Let her cheat. Let her, pull the tights, pull the ropes, use ether, whatever. Whatever she had to do to cheat to win. Could let her cheat to win. Then maybe had another match, but no. Monet had to defeat her straight up to keep her AEW TBS championship. Death Riders defeated, or Death Riders members John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli defeated Cope, the rated R superstar, and Jay White by technical submission. Of course, this is when John Moxley had Cope in the Bulldog choke. And this also a Brisbane brawl, basically street fight. And it looks like this might be a world title match come Revolution. John Moxley versus Cope. Kazuchika Okada defeated Buddy Matthews. Man, I don't guess they let anybody win their home country this night. Because in the main event, it was Tony Storm regaining the AEW Women's Championship against Mariah May. This makes Tony Storm a four-time AEW Women's Champion. And Tony Storm, she's looking for Wendy Richter. She knows Wendy Richter's been stalking her, so she wants her chance against Wendy Richter. And by golly, let's make fun of WWE for the night to close things out with. That is not Ricky Starks no more. That is Ricky Saints. Yes. I imagine he had that look when when whoever told him, "You're no longer Ricky Starks. You're Ricky Saints." Um, this this just reminds me of those times where the WWF would just change people's names, and it was horrible at the time. I mean, I could get when they changed Brian Pillman Jr.'s name to Lexus King, because really, Brian Pillman hasn't done anything high profile except for being on Dark Side of the Ring, AEW for basically a enhancement talent, but nothing high profile, no championships, no as far as national, maybe independence, yeah, but nothing national. Ricky Starks had a name, former NWA World Television Champion, of course, independent run, AEW run as a TBS champion. Not that means anything. Also, a FPW champion, but he was also one half the AEW World Champion. Had a little feud with CM Punk, uh, where he won the Owen Hart Classic, or the men's side of the Owen Hart Classic, by defeating the Punkster himself, CM Punk. But now he's no longer Ricky Starks. He is Ricky Saints. Good gosh. uh, I'm not saying he had a big name like CM Punk or AJ Styles, so it'd be valid to keep his name, but what was wrong with just good old Ricky Starks? I mean, I could be wrong about this. Maybe there's some kind of maybe Tony Khan still on. Maybe he sold the name to or rented out the name to Tony Khan AEW, and they still have ownership of that. I don't know. He's always been Ricky Starks, as far as I'm concerned. But now he's going to be Ricky Saints. I just remember I didn't watch it. I just remember reading it. I'm like, fucking really? I mean, I guess that. I mean, this could be just one of those issues where, hey, we don't want you to get anybody get confused between Ricky Starks and a Zoe Starks, Zoe Stark. But it is what it is. Like I said, I always hated when they change names. Like Steve Armstrong was Lance Cassidy, Tracy Smothers, Freddie Joe Floyd, One Man Gang, Hakeem the African Dream. That I just mentioned before. Samoan SWAT team, badass Samoan tag team comes to the WWF, becomes the Head Shrinkers. I guess like I said, Samoan SWAT team might not have been family friendly, but they still want to strike fear into you and call them the Head Shrinkers. Um, gosh, there's been so many, and it, just I only read a snippet, but it sounds like he's one of the ones who don't like taking advice from legends. So maybe this is one of those deals where okay, you're with us now. Uh, we're gonna, like the Shiki said, we're gonna humble you. You're gonna be the Ricky Saints now, and you're gonna have to pay attention to the coaches like the Shangan Michaels, the Alberts. Well, is he still one of the trainers? Uh, crap, what's his name? The dude who used to do the big wiggle. Huh, what's his name? Not Herman. Norman Smiley. Norman Smiley. You ain't have to fully Google it. Norman Smiley. Yeah, I think he better pay attention to him because supposedly he's pretty legit. But yeah, I think he which supposedly, I mean, I don't know how old that article is. Maybe he kind of wised up and said, okay, I might need to pay attention to some of these people like Brian Danielson and yes, Norman Smiley. He had to fully storming Norman Smiley. Poor guy. He was actually pretty good. I mean, I guess they had to give him some kind. I mean, that was worth that. It was a WCW, of course, but the gimmick did get over the big wiggle. Oh, freaking violating people. But he is a pretty decent talent. I kind of dug him and Big Bill as a tag team. Um, he had some good matches with CM Punk. Maybe he, listen to him. Maybe he listen to Cody, saying their attitude era, legends or anything or legends. Oh, it's from a recent interview by AEW. Hmm. Yeah, that does put a little a foul in. I mean, if you got, like I said, if you got Arn Anderson back there, you got Tully Blanchard that was back there, Jake Roberts. I mean, at least Jake Roberts will tell you what not to do. Jake Roberts probably sit there and tell you, say, hey, that cocaine, leave it alone. Crack, leave it alone. Meth, leave it alone. Booze, leave that shit alone too. Just hit the gym, work on your craft, and you'll be fine. Even Billy Gunn, who else is a legend back there? Heck, when the Rock and Roll Express turn up, seek him out for some advice. I mean, advice is free. If you're given to it, giving advice, work on it, try it. If it doesn't suit you, don't use it. Just don't understand. They don't understand these kids today. It's like if I was a okay, if I was a baseball player, okay, I can take advice from uh, a guy I'm in the dugout with, playing with every day, who's been called up same time I was, or been uh, got his minor league deal assignment same time I did. same age and everything, for Chipper Jones, I think I want to take hitting advice from Chipper Jones, not somebody on the same level. It's like me and him both should listen to Chipper Jones. Now, if it's like, I think of another old hitter that's he's passed away too. If I say Pete Rose, if Pete Rose still around, he was in your clubhouse, need some hitting advice. He's willing to give you hitting advice. I want to take it. He's stupid not to. Same with every career, every job, every sport, even my job. Sometimes, even though I've been doing it 30 years, um, sometimes I have to, get advice from some people who train me. It's like, or my boss or something like that. It's like, I got a sticky situation here. How do you want me to handle it? And he'll, the staff engineers I work with, including my boss, my supervisor, they're handle it like this. See if this works. Okay. And I've been doing this 30 years. There's sometimes, believe it or not, somebody wants. That was kind of a weird. I mean, I don't want to talk about myself, but I will at this point. But old people out there, old men and women who's been doing kind of the same job for a long time. Uh, how would you, how would you feel when the first person, when a young person, came up to you for like professional advice or job professional? I mean, job related advice, how to do something or something like that. For me, it kind of felt because there was times where I would teach other, even when I was kind of a rookie myself, I would teach them the steps of how to do certain tests and stuff like that. No problem. But yeah, but there was few years ago, I phone rang and it's one of the rookies we had at the time. I talked to him and said, I was like, hey, I thought he was just friendly neighborhood chit chat, whatever. Bored, I thought he was gonna say, hey, I'm bored. What are you doing? I'm working. Or whatever, one of those conversations. He asked me about advice at a situation he's not uh, encountered before, and I told him how to handle it. Do this. Recommending that they do this and replace it with this or that, and like go or you probably want to do this so you can get some solid numbers, and then tell them go down that part. Stuff like that. But yeah, if I got done with that, I was like, wow, I'm officially old. I've officially been doing this way too long. I got kids who were born the same year I started doing this, asking me for advice. It was a little trippy. Anyway, let's go to the chat here. Joe Keen, an experienced veteran trying to give him advice about character. The way he was talking about he earned the right to do this kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I hate it when I hear that from some of these guys in AEW. Yeah, I mean, it's again, in any job, especially any sport, uh, especially professional wrestling, uh, there's probably plenty of young kids there. When the Undertaker comes around to visit, if he's offering advice to you, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to take it. Just because you've been in it 10 years in the independence, and that's the thing too. It's like you do got some. I'm not saying every veteran's going to be just there ready to give you advice. Some of them, you just got to take people for what they are too. I mean, some people just jerks. Some veterans will be like, oh, sure, yeah, just be more than help you, more than happy to help you out. And some of those people, what was I going with that? That's my train of thought. But yeah, that's why you're stale. You get stale. A lot of those people get stale real quick, and not just stale, just wishy washy and just all over the place. Uh, I just touch on. I mean, I can understand if somebody went up to Ricky Stark and said, "Oh yeah, uh, this to me will sound out of touch if say Arn Anderson walked in there and said, "Oh, Ricky Starks, you know what? You need to start wearing like fluorescent tights and some bandanas and grow a mullet. That's popular." That will be out of touch advice. However, not out of touch advice will be like, don't try to be like somebody else, or uh, don't kind of pay attention what you're doing there about selling. Something that's a little definitely not out of touch. Something that should be taught from day one. Um, I mean, Adam Copeland did it on live TV. He said, "Dude, you look like you look and sound like a poor man's rock." And he does come on his interviews, does sound like that. So somebody probably did say, "Hey, look, it was already a rock. Be Ricky Starks. Figure out what your character is and go with that." So I mean, that sounds that sounds like if somebody did tell them that it's like, okay, you got talent, you're crisp on the mic, but you need to be Ricky Starks, not the Stark or the Rock. We've already there's already been a Rock. Now you can be use a little this, use a little that, mix it together, make it your own. But say I wasn't when you're not back there, didn't hear the whole conversation. Um, kind of guessing. I'm guessing what might have happened, not been said. Yeah, I mean that would be that is not really out of touch. That would be the way to. I mean, if you're good as a heel, especially within the last 20 years and you want to be a fan favorite or whatever, you're a heel. If you're good enough to be a heel, it will change the fans to start cheering you. We've seen it through the years. And the office will eventually turn you to a baby face. And I mean, been plenty independent shows and seen the heel come out, kind of play babyface to the crowd, and it's like, okay, you're the heel. Then you go in there, tell fans they're stupid and idiotic, and y'all stink, and y'all boo me now. I want y'all to cheer me, but I'm a heel, so boo me. But I think you stink, but cheer me anyway. MJF. I mean, not sure why they changed him to a heel. I mean, I will say last night on Dynamite, him and Nana Page had a pretty good little face off promo. Probably the best promo Nana Page has given, in my opinion. But yeah, you don't need to keep playing to the fans. Uh, I mean, sometimes fans are going to cheer you. If they are, that's when you. That's another thing. It's like if you're a heel, that should be easy on the body. I think, except for the whole you got to feed and bump for the baby face. But as far as anything else, you ain't got to do any kind of cool moves, cool offensive moves. Your offensive move as a heel, a choke. Take your hand, choke them, cheat, gouge your eyes. I mean, the hardest thing is to, hide things from referee. I mean, perfect example. I mean, this was in Canton, Georgia. Mass Nightmare number 2, Ted Allen, went up against Ranger Ross. And these two guys been wrestling since '86. So at the time I seen this match, they're not definitely not Ted Allen. It's nowhere near his prime. Uh, and of course Ranger Ross was out of his prime too. But here's a show we went to. These guys trying to do fancy moves. Some of them missed. Some of them connected, but it's like, yay. Okay, what's next? The match they had, Ranger Ross and Nightmare Ted Allen. The fans were into it from the open the bell to the end of the bell. Ranger Ross, maybe a couple little punches and kicks, headlocks, stuff like that. Ted Allen, his only move in the match was pulling his tights like that and reaching down like he's about to grab something. And the fans started get really like, ref, turn around, turn around. He's trying to cheat. Then it stopped. Once the referee was about to turn, he quit. Now when he started getting his heat, that's when he was finally able to get. I mean, he just kept working it, kept working. Then when he's finally cheat, oh my gosh, the fans went freaking nuts. I'm not saying riot nuts, but they went kind of, ref been cheating, that cheating and mapper, blah 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 blah. You old bastard, quit cheating. So he pulled like a chain out with choke, uh, Ranger Ross, or put it in his hand, kind of pop him a little bit. I think in the match when he was trying to really use a chain to hit Major Ross. He missed and got the comeback, the super kick basically, uh, and lost the match. I think that was the finish. Can't remember, but that's Ted Allen. Only thing he had to do was act like he's wishing his tights. And the crowd went, and the crowd, like I said, the crowd was into it from open the bell, end the bell, because they did some. They didn't have to do a moonsault. I only think Ranger Ross did a drop kick. clothesline, punch, kick. That's it. And if you're, like I said, if you're a heel, yeah, all you got to do is thumb to the eye, pull it, pull a cheek or something like that. I'm pretty sure there's, the whole timers, they're out of touch. I gotta do, I gotta do all these cool fucking moves, even though I'm a fucking heel. It's like, no, do those cool moves. People pop for you a little bit, but, like, okay. Now here's Commander doing triple jump moonsaults. But anyway, it's getting deep by that time, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Tomorrow night, it is Wrestling Gold Friday night. I think I'm going to do Southwest Championship Wrestling. We ain't been to Southwest territory in a while, so might try and pull up something from Southwest Championship Wrestling. There's the ums again. Well, you know, Lance. But yeah, and it will be at the regular time, 8 o'clock. No early edition or anything like that. 8 o'clock. Not quite on the dot, but 8 o'clock, no less. There'll at least be the start of the countdown at 8 o'clock. If you see the countdown, I'm on time. But other than that, appreciate everybody in the chat. If you're not watching it live, appreciate those people who are watching the available for what is it? Replay. It's not really a replay. It's saved on there. Appreciate folks out there not watching this live, but or tuning this in, and hope you enjoy it. Hope you folks have a good one. Take it easy, and until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day.